Hello traders, it's Nikos here from Spartan Trader FX. I'm going to do our weekly outlook and forecast for the major Forex pairs and some other pairs that are on our watch list. Last week was really something, not the week actually, but Friday after non-farm payroll release. We got a lot of volatility and many opportunities for traders to look for setups. Let's start like always with the Euro-US dollar first, and as you can see, we had a lot of support close to 1.28. the price was ranging there, then it moved up a little bit, and after NFP the price it is moving higher. Okay, the problem we have on the Euro-US dollar still is the resistance close to the 36 EMA. We have previous highs and touches there, and the price went a little bit through these areas during the release, NFP release, but then kind of retraced, and it still looks good. Okay, it looks like it really wants to go up, but it has a little bit of resistance compared to other pairs where the NFP release just went kind of crazy. But we're going to cover that after the analysis on the Euro-US dollar. So on the daily chart, the Euro-US dollar is breaking resistance. It's pushing up. Still here we have a lot of resistance in this area between the 36 EMA. That means between 1.30 and up here 30, 50, 31. So we have a little bit. We have 100 pip, let's say, resistance area between 130 and 131, and that is an area where you want to watch out in case these areas are breaking. You can also expect, of course, a bounce close to 1.31 if the price really tries to move up, and kind of a higher low after bouncy retracement. And if that area breaks, then of course long-term swing targets would be the previous resistance and support areas up here. That would be 132 to 133, later on 134, an extension, of course, the highs from from February 2013. That would be 1.37. okay, but for now, just make sure if you are long on the Euro-US dollar that you don't take all profits out because it's hitting resistance. Always leave one position open. Remember, you want to create this win-to-win scenario. If you take out two lots and you leave one open, as long as the price gets higher lows, even on the daily chart, you can really target the highs that I explained before. Now, if the price does not break and it does not move up, and it decides to bounce on resistance, and you see red candles here, then you really are squeezed between resistance and support, and you don't want to look for swing shorts, only combining that with lower time frames to target the previous lows, or an extension, the lows from November 2012 for now. Okay, and then wait for clear setup under here. Now remember, swing trading is a great way to trade, because you have time waiting for setups, and you have also time to place the trade and later on manage it. Yeah, it's a really great thing. Also, it's very nice to combine intraday and swing trading, leave one position open, and turn a day trade into a swing trade if possible. So these are the scenarios for now on the Euro-US dollar. The Euro-Yen, so let's start on the weekly chart to give you an idea what happened here. We expected a bigger retracement. We wanted to see a retracement back to the previous major support areas, previous resistance areas, now turning into support. The price did not move low. Okay, we had a range. It retraced about 850 pips, but not nicely. It was kind of ranging, so not that easy for most swing traders, we didn't have a clear, nice bounce and retracement. There were nice opportunities, but now the price did not move lower, and it decided after NFP on Friday to move up again, and that is also a huge weekly 1, 2, 3 to the upside right now. It's only retracing back to the 12 EMA, but that was over 800 pips after that almost 3,000 pips move after the crossover and the trend change on the weekly chart. So the price really needs to create a higher high. It really needs to break the 128.50 area. Okay, if it does that, then look at your daily chart. Let me squeeze the price a little bit. You see there is nothing, there's no resistance there on that daily chart. So you have to switch back to the weekly again and look. The next highs, the real big resistance you can see on this chart is after breaking this area up here. It's the 133 area, in extension 134, or up here 138, where you have the most touches, so between here and here. So for now, that is my long-term target for the euro yen, and that could be another 500 to 600 pips. And if the price wants to break that area, you see it went straight up here, that could be another 1,000 pips, and that's really something. Keep in mind you want to manage this trade probably on the daily chart and look for higher highs and higher lows. Now, as I said, the price really needs to break these highs. Yeah, right now it's trying. Look at that, and it looks still good. But if that changes and the price creates a red candle, comes back into this area here, then we have to be patient and wait for clear break up or clear break down, with setups under here, or as I said, new setups over there. Okay, remember on Friday NFP, usually I trade NFP on the euro US dollar, but lately the candles on the euro US dollar are just too big or too small, and the euro yen made just more sense. Remember, trend line breaks, we had support on the 4-hourly chart. The trend is already up on the daily chart. The main chart, the main trend is long compared to the euro, where it was a little bit different. Now you get a spike to the downside, and the price continued to move up. So the price already created higher points on the chart, and before the release it moved up. That means some people already knew what's going to happen, and a few only, and the price moved up really quickly. And you see after the NFP candle, the next candle immediately moved higher. It was not like just any candle, okay? It was just a big candle, and the next one moved higher. So we get a great entry, and the price hit the first and second targets really quickly. So that's why the euro US dollar looked much better, euro yen, sorry. And right now, if you check your chart, sorry for that, to be a little bit quick here, let me squeeze it. Since NFP and at the entry with a stop of about 70 pips, depending where you put the stop, or 100 if you wanted to put it under the NFP candle. You have two scenarios there, and with a stop on average of 70 pips, right now the last position is making over 300 pips, like 350 pips almost here, and that's really great. So try to keep part of that remaining lot after taking out the first two lots. And on the daily chart, on the 4-hourly chart, you can see that looks really crazy. We have almost 1,000 pips move up with no bigger retracement anywhere, not even on the lower time frames. If I check the 1-hourly chart, look at that, one little 1, 2, 3 then you have NFP and it goes up. Some combine the 1, 2, 3s with NFP as a confirmation. On GBP JPY, I got some emails from George, Mike, Frank, trying to combine the 1, 2, 3 with NFP on the 1 hourly chart. The same scenario on GBP JPY, where traders did that with a stop under 0.3, 180 pips stop about, but that means 2 lots out, last position running with over 400 pips profit. So well done, really great. Now before we go to GBP JPY, let's finish with the euro yen. As I said, you know the targets. If the price retraces and you get a setup on the 4 hourly chart, it will be steep, because you see it moved up really fast. Here's your previous resistance area, most touches here. In case the price retraces back and you get a bounce here, you could try to take a new trade, combining that 4 hourly with your 1 hourly chart, and then use the 5-minute chart for an entry to have a small stop, risk less, and then have a big target with a remaining lot. The target's still the same as I said before on the higher time frames. Good luck with that. GBP US dollar, our range, the price moved back up, and after NFP, look at the daily chart, it tried to move a little bit lower, but then puff, it really created only a higher low after that really big move to the downside, and now it's trying to get back into this ranging area. If that happens and we get a setup over here, look at that support, and if that happens, you can look for longs. You would be in the ranging area again, zone, sorry, and you could target the 36, because that would also be a huge short 1 to 3. In case that breaks, you target again the highs of that range. Okay, so keep an eye on it. That is a very important area here right now. GBP JPY, the same scenario as the euro yen. It really moved quickly, really, and look at that big weekly 1, 2, 3. If I make it like this, you see the price hit resistance again at 151.80, and now it's trying to move higher. Next resistance up here, where we have the most touches, between 160 and 162. That will be the next target for GBP JPY long trades. Yeah, and it looks like it really wants to go there, so focus right now on longs. Only if the price breaks your support here, and if it doesn't do that, where you can look for new longs, the same scenario as the euro yen, the price breaks support, then you have to look for short setups underneath. Okay, that's what you want to do. Also USD CHF, the weekly chart, it's still ranging here, but if you check the daily, look at that, it's a little bit, the chart looks a little bit fuzzy. Yeah, it doesn't look that great. Then on the 4 hourly chart, you have support here and previous resistance now acting as support. It bounced there, it's ranging a little bit. I don't like the chart too much, except of the bounce in this area. I'm looking for some trades against on the bounce, sorry, not against the trend. That's not actually a trend here, it's a range. It's a big range, but it's still a range, and I don't like it too much. So even on the 1 hourly chart, you see the differences here. Here you can have a short 1 to 3 as well. Okay, you can try to take the short. The setups as setups are looking okay. Yeah, we have retracements to the 36. The only thing I don't like is these higher time frames, support and resistance areas. Yeah, it looks a little bit weird, and but if you get a 2 to 3 line break again after you got it here, don't risk that much. Yeah, lower the risk to 0.2, 0.3%, put a stop over here, and then it's okay. You can still then target the previous lows, 90 to 50 area, and then an extension the 0.91 areas down here, or the where you have the most touches. Yeah, but personally I'm not trying to trade that right now. The USDN daily chart looks great. Everything is long. We get bounces on the 36 all the time. It tried to break, tried to create a setup underneath, but it didn't work. You see, we tried that actually. It looked good at the time, and on this one we got stopped out. Not everybody, but whoever traded that, and it's okay. Yeah, it was it was close to support. We lowered the risk to less than 0.5%, like 0.2 or 0.3, and then NFP we had the longs, so we made it all back plus huge profits anyway. Yeah, that's the way to do it. If something doesn't work out, you just look for the next setup. It's part of the game, no problem. GBP CHF, I have some traders looking at that. Remember, I told you in the live session that we are waiting for that weekly 1, 2, 3, and because it still has a little bit of buffer before it's reaching major resistance, I would be careful with shorts here, because the daily has still higher highs and higher lows and a crossover to the upside. Yeah, I would not just go blindly short. Wait for 4-hourly clear setup under the 2 to 3 line daily, 2 to 3 line before you go short. Otherwise, expect a bigger retracement up to here, and then you can look for a 2 to 3 line break and use your weekly, daily filter and a 4-hourly setup to go short. If that happens here, just combine it with your weekly chart and wait in case the price moves higher. I think that makes sense. Everybody understands that. Look at here. Explain it again. Price, we would like to see the price coming back up here first before we go short. So if the market decides something else, okay, then we look for 4-hourly setup under that 1, 2, 3, 2 to 3 line to target again the lows of 2011. Okay, great. These are the most important pairs for now. I hope this analysis is helping you to make your decisions, and I'll see you back in the live trading room tomorrow morning. Okay, have a great week. And sorry, before I forget, if you think that analysis and the outlook I'm doing here for you is helpful, please give me a thumbs up on the YouTube video. Underneath there you can click on like or a Facebook like, whatever, so I know that I'm on the right track with this analysis and I'm helping you here. Okay, thank you very much.